Good afternoon, evening, morning, whenever it is, wherever you are, whenever you're watching this. Hello, not legal advice. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, whatever else you do. Send billions of dollars if you want to. Anybody out there? Mr. StreamYard, hello. The 1-1, John, Toe Cramp, Jack, Mr. Rumdog, Born Free Films, Renee, Toe Cramp, Lee, Willis, Lou, Ben, Don, and whoever else joins us. Thank you very much. I promise to keep you all apprised of what's going on, whether it's moving at a slow pace or fast pace, or if nothing's going on. But this way, you're not in the dark, and we can keep you apprised of what's going on. When I have like important information, I will label it as such. When it's just a status update, I'm just kind of keeping you apprised of what's going on. And I will do that in as short a fashion as I can as soon as hey, Donkey, I like that. Donkey in a China Shop, Dr. McLovin, Big JR, hello, and Dan, Rondell, etc. Always welcome. It's fun to see you guys. Anyway, wherever you are located, wherever in the world, Ben, you two, all you. So before I go in through those quick issues, and try to be quick so you can get out of here and do your thing, go drink or whatever you're going to do today. Sometimes I wake up grumpy, but sometimes I let her sleep in too. I don't know if you have a feeling about Lexus products, but I have a Lexus that I've driven for a long time, and I've put a lot of miles on it, and I think it's a great car. So great that as of today, and I was listening to her earlier, it still purrs like a chicken. And last but not least, and this is really last, but maybe not least, I dropped off my wife earlier today and she asked me for some chapstick. Unfortunately, I gave her a glue stick and she's still not talking to me. Anyway, so briefly, we'll talk about this stuff just so we're all up to speed. We know what's going on. That's kind of the idea of this, as I promised. And I will continue to do that weekly or bi-weekly as I know things. Now, I'm waiting for a call, waiting to have a conversation with somebody, either I think the Receivers Council at some point in time, probably next week. I've been trying to get that done. So that might change some of the information I have today, but notwithstanding that, I will speculate as to certain items based upon my lack of information. And I will certainly update you if I have new information, if I speak to the Receivers Council. I did speak to counsel for the receiver. I haven't spoken to the counsel for the receiver that I need to converse with, and he had a very justifiable reason he couldn't speak, and hopefully that will happen either over the weekend or early next week. So the issues that remain that we're all focused on with regard to GTII and its current status is the audit, shares, claims, and the deal. So the audit, all the certifications have been received. After they were received, my understanding was there had to be additional work done after using. So they receive some numbers, they get somebody to certify those numbers are correct, then they do their work and complete their task. So that's where they are in the final stages. I've asked about dates when it will be done. I do not know, but I understand they're making progress, and I would expect it anytime soon. And it probably would be with a filing and an 8K. And I think that was referenced by John Forster also, that at some point in time, we may find out information. And the way we'll find out about information is through 8Ks that'll be filed. So if in fact there's a new, some filing to the SEC or filing as to an audit, I'm sure that will be referenced in an 8K, and I'm sure we will know. I'm expecting or hoping that when I have my conversation with the Receivers Council, either Sunday or this coming week, that I will get some more updated information as to the audit. The shares. So the shares, as we know, they're trying to get the shares back. This is the Receiver and Receivers Council. I've been asking them for more specific information. I haven't got it, so I'm going to extrapolate based upon also that an 8K will be used. I extrapolate that currently they're either engaged in private negotiations with Reichman and whoever else, or they're engaged in a private mediation. Now, mediation is before a third party, and they try to work out some deal. But my feeling is that's ongoing, and I base that in part because mediation was referenced in the past. I haven't heard information. It's kind of dark. So to me, when it gets dark like that, that means there's ongoing things going on and people are trying to keep them quiet. So I would not be surprised if the negotiations have been ongoing. Perhaps they have reached either some result or an impasse. If there's a result, we will see it in the 8K. If there's an impasse, we'll see it in terms of litigation. Previously, I think I informed you that the counsel for the receiver had sent out numerous subpoenas. Since then, they've continued to send out subpoenas. I would estimate probably at least 40 to various financial institutions, looking into all the transactions that Reichman was involved with to see if they were legitimate, see how the stock was paid for, et cetera. We all know about there's a lot of questionable shares. I think there was originally about 173 million shares after the receiver took place. That's the number we learned. I think before that, we had a much different calculation. So that is ongoing. So either there's negotiations or litigation. And again, I will have more updated information. But because it's been so quiet, I expect that there's been interaction. And I believe in the past, I was told that they expected to try to negotiate something. So I think there's something in the works. I can't tell if it's definitive, but I will know very soon. But just so you know, it's ongoing, not static. There's a claims period, right? There was that part of the litigation where if people had claims, they could file claims. I think if you go online to GTII, their claim documents, or you could ask the receiver directly. We don't know what the claims are yet. The claims, these are all monetary claims. The claims will be, the process was, there was a period of time, I think it was 90 days total, could have been 60 days total. And then after that, all the claims would be summarized by the receiver and disclosed, and we'll find out at that point in time. And then there'll be a process where either the receiver says, yes, that's a good claim, no, that's a bad claim, and then perhaps the court will weigh in. That should not affect a transactional time frame, just so we're clear, but that is what is going on. Fourth, I've had discussions, communications with Mr. Forster. Without being specific, because he doesn't tell me I don't participate in negotiations, et cetera, like that. But he remains super optimistic, and that's, within the past week. I think you can see him posting on Twitter and X that he remains optimistic and that he's interested in moving forward. I think his products are available, et cetera. So I think it's all, I'm positive as to that aspect too. So kind of looking at it, I see the audit is still moving forward. The attempt to obtain the shares from the purported bad guys is moving forward. That is either moving forward in a private mediation negotiation, which is ongoing now, or through litigation, which is ongoing now through all the subpoenas, but ongoing as we speak. The claim period is running. After the period expires, then the receiver will total them up, let us know, and then decide yes or no. And the target, or at least John Forster, remains optimistic about the deal and moving forward. No guarantees of anything, not financial, not legal advice of anything. But that brings you literally up to speed what I know as of today, not great advancement, not great knowledge, but that things are still moving forward. I've not heard anything of at least nobody's told me about any grave impediment or anything that would block the deal. Again, after I speak or have a chance to speak to the Receivers Council, I will have perhaps more information and will be able to update you. And I will do a separate stream about that when I find out. I hope to be speaking to them over the weekend. And I think that's kind of about it. So things are still proceeding as they have. No news is bad news at this point in time, at least as far as I know. And I will keep you apprised as I get information. Just as a side issue, and you don't have to, you may not be interested, but next Tuesday I have an attorney who represented a bunch of the Epstein victims on, and we're gonna do an hour on that. He's gonna tell me about factually. This is just kind of interested in more of the facts, his experience. I think he deposed Epstein, took his deposition. He visited the property. One of his clients is public. And so I think it would be interesting to find out the facts, or at least the facts from this attorney's perspective. And we'll see that. So anybody who's interested in that, please join us then. In the meantime, and I don't think Reichman will be there. I don't think Reichman's on the list, but I don't know for sure. Nothing's no, but I don't know for sure. But as far as I know, he's not on the list. So at least we know that. Anyway, I will talk to you soon. Have a great weekend. When I have more information of a concrete nature, I will let you know. Again, I'm going to let you know either way. If I have no information, I'm going to keep you apprised anyway, just so you don't feel the anxiety of not knowing that nothing's going on, or that things are moving at a slow pace, or that are moving at a fast pace. Anyway, to all you out there, be well, take care, have a great weekend, take care of yourselves. And if I have more information to report Monday, I will. And let's keep up the good work and keep moving ahead, and be well.